callings show up for people in different ways. Now we're stepping through like eons and eons of karma very, very quickly. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis and today I am in Egypt. I'm not. I've just got a virtual background on because it's not very pretty, the background that is behind me. So I've decided to put on this beautiful picture that I took back in November 2022. I think it was November 2022. Time's flying now, isn't it, ladies and gents? I'm sat here barefaced. I've never done a YouTube video barefaced, I don't think, before. I might have done, but I don't think so. I am off on a magical wander at the moment. I am taking in a massive amount of miles, and that's why I wanted to jump on and do this quick video for you guys. I really had hoped that I would be able to upload a video and get it out onto my YouTube channel in readiness for my Lucy Davis live at 5 p.m. UK time on a Monday. Unfortunately, bad, lots and lots of traveling, so unable to film on Zoom so that I could upload it. And secondly, the Wi-Fi has been so poor. I take it for granted because my Wi-Fi at home is very good, and obviously everywhere when I stay with friends or my family or whatever, they've got great Wi-Fi as well. So I have taken that for granted massively, and I have been humbled massively in a good way, because I do take it for granted. So I'm very, very appreciative all of a sudden of the internet that I've got. So apologies for no notification to say that I wasn't going to be on yesterday, and I hope you guys can forgive me, and I will make it up to you big time. I actually wasn't around for any of my meetings on Monday, so I uploaded the first part of one of my wonders from last year into my Conscious Conversation portal, and the feedback has been absolutely amazing. Everyone's like chomping at the bit for the next bit. So to those of you who are in my Conscious Conversation community, as soon as I'm on really decent Wi-Fi, this will be uploaded, but also the second part of the video will be uploaded as well. It's like I say, I take it for granted, and if I've ever got rubbish Wi-Fi, I can use my phone, but even where I am, the data on my phone is not great either. So it's just wild what's happening right now. So what I wanted to do, ladies and gents, is I just wanted to jump on and share a couple of things with you. First and foremost, we are storming in the direction of Soul School 4 at the moment. 5.5 weeks. We will be back in Bristol this time, coming together to create the shifts that each individual person is looking for. Obviously, if they're looking for it, then they all come open to it, fingers crossed, and then they will get them. But if they're not open to it, or if they're expecting somebody else to do the work for them, then chances are they won't get the results that they're going to demand, because that isn't the way that this works. But Soul School is a massive event, and this one on the 16th and 17th of March is going to be one of the biggest yet. Now, why do I say this? I actually thought Soul School 3 in Birmingham was going to be kind of like a 50 to 70% event. In all honesty, it wasn't. It was 110%. Anybody that came to that event, they know, they're like, wow, that was next level. And what seems to be happening at the moment is the information that I'm being given, the channeling that I'm doing, it is just taking life generally to a whole new level. So, and also the energy work that I'm currently carrying out all around the world is to lead up to and bring in the creation of the energies, so that we can obviously step forwards in the manner that we need to step forward. So this is why I am so excited about it all, ladies and gents. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about as well is Soul School 3 is actually going to be available to purchase on my website. Now, obviously, because I'm traveling, and obviously because it's quite challenging to get videos uploaded and things like that, it's actually taking a little bit longer than anticipated. I really did want to get this program out by today, but the truth of the matter is I haven't been able to do that. So I'm going to keep working on that. As soon as I've got really decent Wi-Fi connection, I'll just get everything blitzed. I'll take a moment to get everything done in a day, and really work on that. So there's a couple of things, a couple of sweeteners for you. I am still doing Instagram lives on my Lucy Davis 2222 page. So if you want to catch up daily or every now and again with live video footage from me, please do head over there and hit follow on or subscribe, whatever. I think it's follow on Instagram, so that you can keep up with me and what I'm up to. Although I'm a little bit behind telling people because obviously the safety issues that I had a couple of years ago now. So it's very important that we just keep those things under wraps. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was, what it's like to experience a calling. Because a lot of people say to me, like, Lucy, your callings, how do they lead to you traveling around the world? And it's a really, really, really good question because I've never really thought about it before because it's just something that I do. And, callings show up for people in different ways. So for me, it can literally just be a place drops into my head, or a place will drop into my head, but then I'm shown it 3 times. As you guys know, I always work off of the power of 3. So if I'm shown 3 times within like a couple of hours or whatever, I know that I've got to go there. If I'm shown 3 times or three of the same things, I know that I need to investigate it more. And this is just the way that I've lived my life for many, many years now, about 10 years now. However, when it comes to the callings, like I say, people receive these in completely different ways. Sometimes it can be like, just angel inspiration that just pops into your mind. It can be something literally landing in front of you, like a physical thing landing in front of you, maybe on a letter or maybe on a radio show or something, and you get the message. It can come in so many different ways. But for myself, like I say, for many, many years, I have had things just pop up in my head. There's the only way. I don't know if it's my head or in my heart, in all honesty. But this information comes in, and I know that it is a calling. So I've got a good example for you. I was actually doing some work earlier today, and this work, I knew that I had to be from one place to another place and then to another place. It was almost like a pyramid, interestingly enough. Perfect time to talk about it. And on the way there, a conversation that I had had with somebody popped in my head, boom, and I was like, wow. Then a signpost popped up for that place, boom. And then I threw it out to the universe and I was like, you've got to give me three if you want me to go there. And then it popped up again. I was like, okay, this is going to be about an extra hour and a half on my journey. But I knew that I had to go there. Now, this place hasn't been calling me for a year. It hasn't been calling me at all. It was literally a comment that somebody said to me innocently a week ago, and it stuck in my mind. Now, not everything people talk to me about sticks in their mind. All you need to ask is my partner or any of my friends, and they'll be like, yeah, she doesn't remember normal stuff. Not at all. She doesn't remember any of that stuff, but she does remember like really weird and wonderful things. And where my channelings are concerned, when I channel, it's very rare that I remember them, but then all of a sudden the inspiration will just come back at some point. It's very, very strange. So literally this name popped into my head today, and the person that I was speaking to popped into my head, and then the next thing I'm literally presented a sign, and I didn't even know where this place was, and then all of a sudden the place is on a road sign in front of me, and I was like, what, how does this even work? So it popped into my head, I got the road sign, and then there was something on a car with the same name as well, and I was like, right, okay, I've got to go there. So I went off there, and the weird thing about being on different time zones to people that can help me, like my team and stuff, is I really do just have to trust myself. And I ended up going off on this magical journey. And I've got to be honest with you guys, like it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. The sand that was there was like crystallized. There's no other word. It almost looked like diamonds. It was so interesting. There was like this shimmer of the light hitting it, and the energy there was so profound. And of course, when Kevin was awake, I messaged him and I'm like, what's going on with this? And he's like, oh my God, do you realize what you've just done? So it's so powerful, allowing yourself to feel trust. And this is why a lot of people do not get the whole calling thing. And they're like, yeah, but how does it work for you? How do you know that it's a calling? How do you know it's that and not this? I don't allow I don't allow my ego mind to get involved in it. I literally, if something pops up, I trust. I trust more than anything else. And literally, like people have said to me, partners, ex-partners, best friends, they've said to me, like, how can you trust this when you have no idea what you're going to turn up to? And the answer is, if I didn't trust it, then none of this work would get done. If I didn't trust the information that I channel, if I didn't trust that, I'm being led to do something, then I just wouldn't do it. How many of you procrastinate over the most ridiculous of things? Like, how many of you would get on a plane going, I don't know why I've got to go to this country, but I know I've got to go to this country, trusting that at some point it's going to make sense? How many of you would do that? Very few. Very, very few. And this is why I wanted to talk about this subject this evening. What if we are blocking ourselves from living a life that is completely congruent with us because we are too scared to trust? Sorry that my hair keeps bobbing in and out of, I don't know why, because normally if the background is the same color, then it disappears, but the background is not brown, so I don't understand why my hair is disappearing. So if anyone can explain that to me, please do. But yeah, so it's our ego really does get involved to try and keep us safe, to stop us from doing something that that is slightly out of the norm. And somebody like myself who literally can just jump on a plane and be like, I don't know, and say to your partner, right, see you in a few weeks, or like it's when you actually stop and think about it, it's lunacy, especially when you have to say to them, I don't really know where I'm going, but I need you to trust that I need you to trust me that I'm going to be safe. It's not easy. It's not easy having these conversations in the human realm because it's bizarre. It's just not normal to do that. Hey, yeah, I'm going off for a few weeks. Don't know where I'm going. You're not going to be able to know where I'm going either. Like, that's just bizarre. It's bizarre. But now imagine a world where we all trusted that the angel ideas that come into our mind, if we acted on them, then we would shift humanity in one way, shape, or form. What if? And I'm not talking oh, I need to go and buy myself a bar of chocolate, or, oh, I need to go and get those new shoes. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the literal, like, wow, what if I wrote that book? Wow, what if I created that thing? What if I invested in that invention? What if I started that business? My nose is getting really itchy. You guys know what that means. What if I got on that plane? What if I went and spoke to that person? Because this is sometimes what it is, and I've spoken to many people that have gone, oh, I just get this inkling every now and again that I need to go and speak to somebody. And I'm like, so did you? And they're like, no. And I'm like, that person would have had a message for you. If you really feel drawn to go and speak to somebody, you need to figure out, like, just make something up to start and engage in a conversation with them. Like, you don't know where anything is going to lead you. You have to trust. We have to trust that we are being guided completely, consistently. So callings can show up in any way. A calling can appear in a book. A calling can appear when you're journaling. A calling can appear on a video. A calling can appear as little literal angel inspiration in your mind. Something can literally just pop in and it can be yours. Now, the way these callings work is it's not like this is a calling. They come and they whisper, and you're like, what? What was that then? And you get tested. And you get asked to prove that this is something that you actually do want, that you are going to live, that you are going to breathe. Because if you don't, they go and hand it to somebody else. Now, I truly believe that your soul purpose is your soul purpose and nobody else can take that from you. But if your soul purpose is very, very important at a particular stage and you're not getting it because you're too busy and you're too distracted, which many people are, then they need to go and awaken somebody else to get on that, or go and give it to somebody else that's already on their purpose and until you get it, and then they can hand it over to you. Imagine if we could surrender the ego. Imagine if we could surrender the, well, why? Why do I need to do this? The questioning that we've all got, to the literal surrendering and the trusting, in the knowing that it's all going to work out exactly as it needs to, exactly as it needs to. So I'm off on another magical journey tomorrow. I'm off for about, I think I've got 4 more weeks to go yet, but I'm off on another magical journey tomorrow. I'm going to be covering a lot of miles. So I'm keeping this video really, really, really short tonight. And I'm sorry it's so short, but I will be back soon. And I'm going to share so much more information with you guys around callings and around intuitive pulls and around inspiration and how it shows up and how that could guide you to your soul purpose, because I do truly believe that most people want to know their purpose, and the truth of the matter is our purpose is to love and to be loved, because when we love and we can be loved, then the world is open to us to go and create. So this is where we are at. This is what we are doing. This is crux point. And I actually said on an Instagram live video, we are in a position whereby we are, really stepping through, because of the work that I'm doing right now, we're stepping through like eons and eons of karma very, very quickly. So if you are recognizing old stuff is coming back up, recognize that you haven't healed it properly, recognize that you haven't let go of it properly, recognize that you are, in one way, shape, or form still holding on to it, because otherwise these things wouldn't be coming up. We are being tested to the max. We are having our boundaries tested. We are having literally everything tested right now. So it's really important that we lean into this, we surrender to it, and we allow everything that needs to create to be created, ladies and gents, okay? So my top tips for this video: surrender, trust. But before you can do either of those two things, you need to become conscious. Is there anything that's coming through to you? Are you channeling anything? A lot of people say to me, I don't channel. And then they'll say, oh, hey, I wrote this the other day. And I'm like, that's channeled. So, start owning your gifts. Allow yourself to be like, yeah, this is what I do. This is what happens. We all do it. So, anyway, ladies and gents, like I say, I must jog on and get on with some stuff, because I've got so much to do before I go up on this wander tomorrow. So, I love you to the moon and stars. Apologies once again for not being there on Monday, and I will be back with you guys super soon, live, hopefully next Monday, from another random location. All right. Love you guys to the moon and stars. I'll catch you in the new video.